My name's Samantha Lindo. I describe my music as spiritual jazz and soul with a bit of gospel thrown in there and like elements of spoken word and folk. I think storytelling is kind of the soul of the music, and obviously the musicality and the voice and the instrumentation and the melody all kind of dances around that soul. Performance for me is like the best thing in the world, and delivering a message that means something in the world that we're in, I just feel like is the most meaningful thing I can do as an artist, and it's what keeps me going. First thing that sparked my love of music, I think, was family. I think it was my granddad's record collection, the records my dad played on a Saturday morning. And then I think as I got involved in performance, I realised that there was this power of performance to bring people together in community, and the performing allowed me to be seen and grow. It creates togetherness, and I think I am someone that craves togetherness, and I think we as a culture need togetherness. That's why live performance is so vital for our cultural souls. Taking my stories and my voice and my melodies and stuff that I can generate in isolation to an extent, and then putting it in the mix with loads of other ideas and flavours and styles, especially in Bristol in terms of like the new wave jazz scene. I was inspired initially by just a trip to the Gallamalfrey, and there was Snazback were playing, and I eventually met Chris Langton, drummer for Snazback, and he introduced me to Alex Beach. He's a keys player and he runs family business, and Alex and I really enjoy working together and just pulling in different directions and creating this world within the songs that I don't think either of us would have come up with individually. And then we took it to Doug Cave. He's a producer, but he plays in Cousin Cooler, and they've got their own particular sound, and he's influenced by the scene in Bristol and nationally. I think it just kind of grew layer by layer by layer, and also like relationship by relationship by relationship. It's been wonderful, yeah, to create a sound and also like to create friendships as well. Bristol being kind of small enough but diverse enough is, I think, why it's so important nationally as a city. I guess it comes from need. I guess it comes from what needs to be expressed in me, find health, and what story is bubbling up that I kind of need to tell about myself or about the world. Like Ancestry, the stories end up being about ancestors, but they were also about me, what I needed to hear, or my soul, and just for the different parts of myself as we heal and grow and become whole in the world. Actually, art and my art is like a medicine for myself. So Ancestry is an album, it's a storytelling album, and it maps my father's side of my father's family history in Jamaica, a number of generations. And each story is quite specific, but really universal, drawing on themes of dual heritage, identity and climate justice, migration and community resistance. It was me kind of almost listening and opening up to what those ancestors had to say to me at this moment, at this time in the world. My own matrescence has gone hand in hand with the birth of my album and the birth of my first child. I just completed Ancestry as I became pregnant, and the last song is called Legacy, and it's about what we're handing on. And it's like handing on these stories and then them making their own way. I think thematically and spiritually, emotionally, that was very much entwined, but also practically. It's been a dance, and I feel like myself as mother and myself as artist are kind of two in the one thing. They shouldn't be separate, they don't have to be separate. And actually the things that make us feel like they have to be separate are external, structural issues. It's not fundamental that I have to stop being an artist to be a mother, or have to not be a mother to be an artist. And I feel like Lightime music is a step in the direction of changing the narrative and atmosphere and culture of the industry and the nature of performances in Bristol and hopefully nationally. So looking forward, I'm really excited about what's brewing next in me and the stories that I want to tell next. And I think, again, inspired probably by matrescence, and also what's happened this summer and the space where we're in. We had the far-right riots, we've got lots of cultural divisions, and I think I'd like to tell stories that have come from this land of England from a matriarchal mother perspective, but that aren't exclusive or violent or kind of brutal in any way. I'd like to reclaim those narratives, tell them in a beautiful way that belongs to everyone. That's what's bringing me at the moment. So watch this space. I'd love people to come and join me at my Lightime music session. I think they will be nourished, and I think they will be renewed with hope and resource. That's what I like to share in my performances, and that it's a group event, it's a community event, it's a community experience. Because life's hard, you know, we're tired and it's difficult, but I think I like for people to feel the warmth and the possibility that comes from creativity and a performance, and I think that's what people will get from it.